All right. Whew, it's been a long day. It's been a very long day. Hello, welcome. We're gonna do some sketchy shit today. Yeah, you're not supposed to curse in the first 30 seconds. I'm sorry, I broke some rules. Sorry. You heard nothing. Okay. Let's see. Is the thing doing its thing? This seems stretchy. Seems to be good. All my sounds coming through, I guess. Hello, hello. Seems to be. I think we're good. I didn't test today. I was just counting on it to work. So let me know if you don't hear anything from me. Oh, hey. Speaking of my boot video. That's funny. Back when my hair would do what I told it to. A couple months ago. Alright. I have a lot on my table today. A lot on my table, a lot on my plate. First off, I want to get a baseline for the LCD before I start swapping out stuff. I want to get baseline temps. I want to get, let's see, let me get my notes up. I want to get baseline temps, and I want to get, do I have Witcher 3 installed on this? Let's see. I don't think I do. Yeah, let's do Lords of the Fallen. I like this game. Oh, you know what? Actually, no, let's not do Lords of the Fallen because I don't have this on both decks. Okay, let's do something else. I don't want to do Cyberpunk again. I'm gonna do Elden Ring again. Elden Ring, I know exactly what I'm doing here. We'll do some Elden Ring stuff with this one. Let's also check to see if my file transfer for Rufus is done yet. Hey, it is done. 100% done with Rufus. Okay, that's cool. That's fun. Is it just done? Do I have to do anything else? I want to let it sit there just for a couple minutes longer, and we'll get some baselines on this system before we start messing with it. And then I want to compare to see if I can get, with undervolting and whatnot, the LCD to compete. Right. Continue. We shall see, we shall see. Alright. So, for the sake of consistency, let that heat soak. Just a little bit. Got any questions? I get this OLED going. Oh yeah, I was in desktop mode doing the sound test. I remember. I have no time to do anything for myself anymore. Not complaining, just stating. Right. Do I need both of these? I don't know. I don't think so. Return to game mode on that one. Which Reddit post? Because I haven't been on Reddit much lately. I actually spent 7 hours today scrubbing a grill, and that's when I realized that I'm OCD. Let this get more heat soaked. The BOE OLED 120 hertz one. No, I didn't. That's impressive. No, the link didn't go through, but that's really impressive. I heard somebody got 100. You might have been who told me, actually. I don't remember. Everything's blurring together. I'm not going to lie. I'm sorry. I do recognize you, though. I just can't remember who said what anymore. But no, I saw somebody got 100, but 120, that's impressive. That's a little bit outside of what I know how to do for now, but that's crazy. Just letting the LCD heat soak a little bit first before I take a temperature test, and then I'm going to change out the thermal pad that I have in there, which was an old frost sheet for the Honeywell, and do a comparison between it and the OLED. And then I'm going to undervolt the LCD to see how it performs against the OLED. I have the 70 hertz. Well, I had the 70 hertz on this, but when they reintegrated the, what's it called? When they reintegrated, or not reintegrated, integrated. Sorry, it's been a long day. When they integrated this, the frame limit and the hertz together, I lost my 70 hertz. I'll have to take a look. Yeah, unfortunately, I'll have to take a look after the fact, but I will write that down now so I don't forget. I'll open up the page and I'll take a screenshot of it so that even if I forget to open up Reddit again, I'll have it ready to look at. It can't be that hard to do, you know? 120 is nuts, though. I'm not surprised, but that was fast. Where did I put Reddit? It's in here somewhere. I'll just Google it. Steam Deck 120 hertz. I see it. I found it. Thank you. I will take a look at that. I'm currently cooking one Steam Deck with the other, which is not what I was planning on doing today. Not gonna lie. I love cooking, but this is not what I was planning. Just connecting my deck to the TV through docking station 4K. 20 minutes. Name recognize. Huh. I think I might have found the wrong one. Let's see. .120 hertz BOE. Okay, I'll look for that specifically. 120 hertz BOE. Different post. There it is. Alright, let's see what this one says. Took me about 6 to 8 hours of manual tuning and testing of display timings. Oh, geez. Okay, never mind. I take that back. It's not that easy. Yeah, no, that's not very promising. So, okay, for me at least. So it says, it took me about 6 to 8 hours of manual tuning and testing of display timings to get these values for BOE panels. Be sure to let me know if you run into any problems on BOE panels. Also, let me know how well things work out on SDC panels, especially if any damage is caused, so that I can put up a warning not to use it on SDC panel decks. Yeah. Yeah, and the gamma brightness curves depend on refresh rate, observed issues. I mean, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I love that kind of thing. What's up, Giga Chad, man? I got a visible chat on my stream now, assuming you can actually see that. It should be visible. I just did a quick Google search ahead of time. But yeah, I realize I'm not very good at reading back who said what, but now it should be visible to everyone. Small, but visible. I can make it bigger too, depending on how things are going. But yeah, currently I'm heat soaking the LCD before I do some swappages, and I'm going to record some baseline temperatures. Cool. I'm glad I didn't close the Rufus program here. It wasn't done yet. It's at 100%, but now it's done officially. Cool. That means I can pull... Oh, I'm still copying the Miu Mini Plus stuff going on. Yeah, Switch emulation, I'm actually really impressed too, to be honest. I might have done something bad, guys. So I have this little dock here, and the one I need to get to is here, and the one that's transferring files currently is here, and I got fat fingers. But yeah, I was really impressed to see Breath of the Wild running as well as it did. Technically, it runs better than my Wii U emulator, and it really shouldn't. There's something wrong with my Wii U game file. Come on. Oh, by the way, I'm not wearing... Well, and I'm not wearing. Noting about the shirt, I have more than one. But I am wearing the same shirt. Been a long day. Do I use... Sorry for being so close. Do I use default vibrancy on the Steam Deck or sRGB or the right side of that slider? I haven't had any time to actually sit down and mess with this myself. Currently, the OLED is at default and the LCD is at default. I like the boosted saturation on the OLED. I think it's a little bit much, but that's not a bad thing. But I think it also looks really good at the, what's it called? At the middle setting. Ooh, settings. Display. Yeah, I think it looks really good in the middle, but I also think it looks really good at native. I haven't even looked at sRGB yet. Honestly, I think something might be borked with my panels because this isn't doing anything to it either, it looks like. Hold on, let me take a closer look here. This was such a massive difference before. I think something might be borked with my... But it's on both of them that is borked. Huh, the color temperature works fine. Huh. Well, when it works... I can't see it at all, and normally I'm pretty sensitive to that kind of thing. So let me take another look here. See if this one's doing it, because... Oh, this is working. I see this changing. It's subtle, but I see it. This looks really good boosted, actually. I'm going to keep it at sRGB, even though I like it a little bit boosted. If you get red or green, it makes a big difference. Have you tried Skyrim on the OLED? I have not tried Skyrim yet, actually. Oops. I'm currently getting some temperature numbers here. So let's see if I'm just like, it's really subtle on the OLED on this game. It must just be really subtle on the OLED because it's already so high. I don't know. I don't really see anything. Like nothing at all changing to me. And I'm usually pretty good at that. It must just be really, really subtle. Yeah, I thought I would see it in the hair, but I don't see it in the hair. Alright, so I think this is getting heat soaked, and I'm taking a note of the temperatures. I think I'm just, for the sake of simplicity's sake, going to take a couple of pictures and then just average them out when I get to it. So we're getting that baseline. You know what? I'm going to go over here. It's getting pretty toasty. Why is it going horizontal? Here we go. Let's try this again. The more data, the better. It might be the scene, but I can see the difference on the LCD. It's weird. All right, so getting some readouts. The temps are not good with the frost sheet. So I'm actually really thinking that I'm going to get some good results on tonight's testing. Because I'm getting 85C on the GPU right now. On the LCD, just heads up. Let's see. If you leave the game and do the same changes, you can see their test image. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I'll mess with Skyrim at some point. I'll add it to my notes list, actually, because that's one that I didn't even think about. But Skyrim, I haven't done any modding on the Steam Deck either, like games-wise. I've done hardware modding. Oop, keyboard's over here now. I forgot. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'll add Skyrim to the list. That's a reasonable request for sure. So yeah, I'm getting really bad temps, and it's loud, and I'm not loving it. So, yeah, there's my baseline. I'm going to go grab the Honeywell sheet. Yeah, out of the fridge. I'll be right back. We're gonna do this live. If I fuck up, it's on me, but you'll be here to watch. I've tried with PS3 emulation. I have only gotten the PS3 home screen to load. I've only tried Armored Core 4 Answer and Skate 3, because I know Armored Core 4 Answer, the file that I had, runs on my PC, and I know that Skate 3 is supposed to be, like, you know, one of those tougher test games, but I couldn't get it to go. I did get it to boot, like I said, into the main menu. Looks right, works right. I just can't get a game to boot for some reason. It's interesting that 13 would have trouble, but 13.2 would run fine. Also, 13 was a blast. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get the Honeywell pad. All right, we have our baseline. Here is the pad in question, nice and chilly. Oop, I'm not gonna cook it just yet. That would be smart. All right, we're gonna power down. Oh yeah, I also want to see what my numbers are at. So FPS, we're getting 46, 47. I'm sure my numbers will say that. I'm gonna take a couple more pictures just for the sake of having more data. Again, it doesn't ever hurt. So much faster than taking notes, right? Just wish it would focus. All right, cool. We got some data. We're going to do some testing here. Let us power this bad boy down. Shut down. Are you sure? Yes. And then I also want to see if I can get that drive out of there. Okay, so that will be... I'm going to make its own folder, actually, just so that I don't get the data mixed up. We're going to make a folder for the data for the LCD. All right, create an album. Nope, I did something wrong. Come back. There we go. Create. We want this to be LCD Elden Ring Pre Honeywell. And then no Undervolt, because I'm going to be messing with Undervolt today too. Yeah, it's complicated. So I really liked Final Fantasy 13, but 13.2 did run better and look better, and there were some things about it that I liked better. I will admit, though, by the time I did that thing where I got to the end, I got to the boss, and so you can see for continuity's sake, Elden Ring pre-Honeywell, no Undervolt. Create. I got to the first boss, or sorry, the last boss in 13 at like 60 hours. And then I had to grind for 40 hours to be strong enough to beat it. 13.2 went by a lot quicker, and Lightning Returns was, what's the word? I don't know. It kind of, like, the cutscenes were great. The story was fine. But it kind of lost the charm for me on Lightning Returns for some reason. It might have also been because of the fact that Lightning looked like the girl I was dating at the time, and we broke up or something. It, you know, could have been part of the whole thing. All right, so there's that sexy beast. Oh, it does look good, man. I love it. These things are so much fun to mess with. Get an LCD, get an OLED, just get a Steam Deck. They're all good. Some are better than others. The OLED is better than the LCD, but this is fun to tinker with. It really is. Yeah, Lightning Returns was, what's the word? Not disappointing, but it was more than I was expecting. Let's see. I'm going to move you... Oh, I need to try to get that memory card out. Right. Move this out of the way here just a little. We can actually put this one to sleep, assuming it will actually go to sleep. Let's see. It's been having trouble going to sleep. That's why I'm doing part of this here. Okay, let me try to get this memory card out. File transfer. Did it break? I think it broke. Skip these files if they're the same. Why would I need them twice? Been playing Jacques Jean. I believe it. That's interesting. I'm assuming that's one of the visual novels, yeah? Hey, I got it out. Heck yeah. Hey, it actually went to sleep, though. So, that's a good sign. Wake up. Not connecting to Wi-Fi. That's why we're doing some of this. Yeah, I would imagine... Did you play 999 by any chance? Interesting. Yeah, visual novels are not usually my thing, but every now and then there'll be a good horror one, and I'll just be, I'll be all about it. All right, so I'm going to exit the game. Yeah. The 9 persons, 9 doors, 9 whatever. That I forgot the whole title. Yeah, 9. Yeah, that's the one. So, when I put this to sleep, it disconnects from the internet and won't reconnect. Yeah, it's 9 persons is the first one. 9 hours, 9 doors. But when I put it to sleep, it won't wake back up. So we're going to do a reimaging with a new SteamOS here. Didn't finish it? I don't blame you. It was a fun one. I enjoyed it. Oh, that's kind of rough to get out. Come on. Did it. Pulled out my old 512. We're going to throw in this 32, and then I'm going to follow the instructions. Okay, we are going to shut it down. Shut down. Yes, confirm. We're doing 2 things at the same time here. We're going to shut it down. It's been a while. Boot from boot from EFI, USB. I can speak. Cool. Volume down. Okay, right. Right. So, to get into... I'm not sure if this is the BIOS or just the other boot system, but you will hold, once it's fully shut down, the volume down, and then press the power, and make sure I'm not missing another button. There we go. Okay, so when you're trying to do like dual boot type stuff to go to like Windows or something else, this is what this will look like, and you switch between them here. So we have the SDMMC card. Is this correct? This must be correct. Yes. Interesting that it split that up into multiples. Okay, we're going to boot from this. See what happens. Going to be a bummer if I have to reinstall everything. And while that does what it's doing, I'm going to grab my stubby. Ooh, look at all that pretty code. I don't know what any of it means. Failed to create file. Okay. I think it might be supposed to do that, but we'll see. Okay. I hate that I'm taking these screws out again so soon. Yeah, this is the last time, though. I probably shouldn't have pulled this out so early. I'm gonna go throw this back in the freezer just a little bit longer. I'll be right back. All right. I'm also going to be topping off, not today, but soon, I'm going to be topping off one of my buddy's AIO coolers with this propylene glycol and some distilled water mix. I know you can do it, so I'm going to learn how to do that. Because I've not done it before, and he needs some help. All right, here goes. I wish this was just a teeny bit longer on the shaft. He says with a straight face. This is a toasty boy, not gonna lie. So I'm really hoping that this actually makes the difference that I think it will. Thought it was out enough. Come on, come on. Now it's out enough. Where did that first one go? There it is. I need to put these on a more visible tray. As much as I love the LTT mat, I might go for the Gamers Nexus one. Or the Jay's 2 cents one, although his is all black, isn't it? What are you failing at? I think it's fine. I'm so tired. I work for a family that they're just what's the word? They need a lot of odd jobs done. Unfortunately, they're all the difficult things. I scrubbed a grill for 7 hours today. Didn't even finish it. It's interesting to me how long it's taking to just install the Reimaging stuff. I don't remember it taking that long before. If I'm not mistaken, the file was roughly 2.5 gigabytes. I'm pretty sure I built it properly. I've done it before. Trying to be extra careful here. I think I left one of those guitar picks out still too, from when we put this back shell on. Is it just repeatedly? No, we're fine. It'll just stop if it's wrong. All right. Now, where did I put that other pick? I know I didn't put it away. We already have external temperature measurements elsewhere, although I should have probably taken external measurements as well. Oh well, we're already past that point. Well, I guess we're not. We didn't turn it all the way. We didn't open it up yet. What do you guys think? Should I get the external temps as well? Before I pop the top, or pop the back off? And swap out the pad? I'm kind of curious. Yeah, let's do it. I like being thorough. Let's do it. I forget how good this feels without a case on it, though. How did you get banned on Diablo 4? What did you do? Or what didn't you do? What did they say you did? Hey, look, it's me. Oh, hey, look. Oh, that's a little disappointing. That's funny. Okay, let's boot this sucker back up. Let it soak with heat again. Hey. All right, I can move this just a bit. Let's do this. This is doing its thing. I'm just gonna let this one cook. Don't need this, we can skip it. I know what all this is, I know what I'm doing here. Done this before, once before. I've heard that Diablo, what's the word? I've heard that Diablo 4 was pretty good. All right, so we want, they told me to re-image it, but I want to just see if reinstalling SteamOS fixes my issue. Flipping items, though, that's not cool. We're going to reinstall SteamOS. Proceed. I really don't want to re-image if I don't have to. Yeah, I mean, just because you're a hustler doesn't mean that you deserve to be booted. Okay, that's going to take a bit. Let's get this going. Get some external physical temps. Yes, yes, yes. We'll also see if the case makes a difference in the temps. So we're doing some scientific shit here. We're going to see if having this... Ooh, where did I put it? We're going to see if having this on changes the in-game temps at all. Externally. Or, sorry, internally. I don't think it would make that much of a difference. If anything, maybe a degree or two. Or we'll find out. I wouldn't get your hopes up, but I'm hopeful for you. Can you guys all see the chat in the window in the stream? Because if so, and if it's too small, I can make it slightly larger, or if it's right in the right spot, we can leave it where it's at. If you see it, of course. It's amazing how quickly this thing heats up. Oh, are we done? No. Sorry for getting my head in the way there. Got one of those California headbands going on again. I had my head in a. Hey, what's up? Hello again. We got all the homies in chat. I think we're just missing like one or two of you guys, because we got Brendan, Giga Chadman, Jerome is here. I think OG Spartan's been here before. I know Seeded the Fourth has been here since day one as well. Cool. And then we got fucking ill. I love it. Hello, everybody. So maybe the case really does choke off the temps on this thing. Because now that the fan has some air to breathe, the temps are way, way better. Visible and transparent. Love it. And the FPS is, like, 2 higher. I mean, I knew that it should. When did I start? Let's see. Like 30 minutes ago. I'm doing a Reimaging. Well, I'm doing a reinstall of Steam on the OLED because I've been having issues with, what's it called? With Wi-Fi connecting after going to sleep. And then I'm doing the Honeywell thermal pad swap in just a moment. And I gotta say, choking off the fan on this really does make a big difference. Still kind of loud though. It's definitely designed to work, what's the word? Not choked off. I'm probably going to leave the case off, actually, for this one moving forward. Just, again, like I said in a previous stream, just because of the fact that I have, you know, my fancy schmancy new one here, I'm not as worried about the pretty one. They'll probably do an OLED version. I haven't undervolted yet. They'll probably do an OLED version, I would imagine soon, if it's not already a thing. Speaking of, I just got an email today telling me that the OLED is available to buy from Steam. But yeah, I really like it overall. I'm a little bit nervous about the, you know, fan being... Oh, come on, focus. You can do it. I thought maybe pulling away and then going closer might do something. Hand? Nothing. We got nothing. Yeah, and I've never undervolted before. I actually only really started considering it a couple of days ago. I liked the original backplate, except for the fact that it was very hot to the touch. So I wanted to try the vented one. After watching Cryobite33's video, where he was swapping them out and changing out to the Honeywell pad, I currently have the frost sheet pad in the LCD. And the frost sheet pad, it did do something. It stabilized a little bit, but in some ways, I think it increased the temperatures of the GPU. I did notice some very, very slight improvements, but I do think that the Honeywell is going to make a bigger difference. So right now, I'm noticing that even just having the case off of this thing, so not having that fan choked off, it really is making a difference. I'm getting like a 1 to 2 FPS increase just not choking off that fan. And the temps are down significantly. 5-6 degrees. My AC did just kick on just now though. A moment ago. So that might skew some of the results just a tad. But we shall see. I will take some more pictures of this to save the results just so we can compare later. Hey, alright, let's sign me back into this thing. Yes, yes. Hey, it sees my internet right away this time. That's a plus. It's not seeing my 6E. Oh god, I gotta retype it in. Oh, I'll still be streaming when you get back. Enjoy. Don't rush. You can always rewatch it later. Alright, gonna type in my password again. I have a feeling this is gonna take a little bit. Both of these processes, doing them at the same time, back and forthing between the two, it's probably gonna take me a bit. I'm hopefully gonna get through it pretty quick, because we're already 40 minutes in and I'm still just, like, getting started. I'm sorry it's taking so long. Fun to chill with you guys, though. This is just my process. I'll probably end up doing this on the Discord or the Patreon that I'm making. Well, I technically made them both already. I just need to finish them. I'm probably going to start doing this kind of content over there a little bit more, just to try to not fill this up so much. Or I might do just some kind of more in-depth content. How much more in-depth than this can you get? But I might do some, like, one-on-one stuff if people want, like, help doing something, tutorial or whatever. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I don't want to have payment be necessary, but I want a donation button to be optional. Because I'm broke as shit. Spent all my money on these fun little toys. Okay, nobody look. Yeah, no, I have not been the smartest when it comes to money, I'm not gonna lie. I'm having a blast riding the risk-reward train, but it's dumb. Not gonna ever try to say that what I'm doing is smart. It's risky as hell. But hey, risk big, win big, right? See if it just connects. We might have that same issue that I had before. I think it might be a hardware issue, guys. But how would it be a hardware issue? If it disconnects when restarting, and it didn't connect at when I first got it either. I don't want to do a full reimaging though. Oh. I don't think it's going to work, guys. Well, in the meantime, I'll take some pictures of the temperature testing, and we'll see if that thing just decides to do its thing. Alright, where are we at? So this will be the case off numbers. It's not bad though. I know we're just stationary, but it's like it's touching 49 FPS. That's not bad. Hey, C to the fourth, or I guess any of y'all, do you know offhand how to change the display mode? The frame limit back to the OG, because I had it overclocked to the 70 hertz. I don't know if I have to rerun that script or not, but when they merged them together, I lost the ability to mess with it up to 70. Yeah, this is not cool. Let's try again. It's not the wrong password. I know it's correct. I don't know how to unpair this. Is it in mango peel? I wonder. Oh, that's just the overlay. Oh, wait. Oh. Is it in the settings? Oh, my back is so stiff. Let's check in the settings. Would it be in display? Advanced. Enable unified frame limit management. Hey, look, it's in the settings. Hey, it kept my 70. That's neat. If you would like to learn how to do the 70, I can try to remember how I did it. I don't remember how I did it, but I can try. I could figure it out and teach you guys if you guys ask and want to know. But it only works on the LCD. Yeah, I found it. I found it. I figured, where would it be? Display settings. I've never scrolled down in display settings. All right, so I think our settings are, what's the word? Pretty stable. We're getting roughly 2 FPS higher with the case off, and the temps are roughly down by like 5-6 degrees. All right, so we are going to power this down. Shut down. Yes. You're not supposed to do that in this game specifically, but I just did. They're not going to easy anti-cheat me into the grave. That's not on my list. All right, let's crack this thing open. I'll show you guys the frost sheet pad, and we'll see if there's a, what's the word? Oh, let me crack that camera up a little, or see if I can angle this at there. Sorry for the shaky. It's really hard to do at an angle. I took out the... No, I didn't. I remember this time. There's my 1 terabyte. You know, I'm not going to stick it there, actually. My 1.5 shows up tomorrow. I'm excited about that. And actually, no, C2, I disagree. You've been very helpful. Hey, there it is. We've cracked it. Crack open a warm one with the boys. Oh, you guys are awesome. Yeah, the Discord just needs to be tweaked a bit. I did that whole thing where you try to make a store before you necessarily have something to sell. And I set it up. And then I realized, well, everything that I would sell, I'm just doing on YouTube for fun. So that doesn't really work, does it? I had to reevaluate my game plan. Alright, so if you've never taken this off before, we have a couple of pointers. Generally speaking, you would want to disconnect the battery first, or you might have issues. I don't know if I care enough to do so. OLED only Discord? No, that's exclusive. We don't want it to be that exclusive. That's kind of mean. I like both Steam Decks. I have them both here. And right now, the LCD is giving me less shit than the OLED. Let me hardwire it real quick. Ugh. Where did I put my internet dongle? It's over here somewhere. Did I really lose it? Could have still been plugged in. Ethernet, where are you? Is it here? I found it. Okay, where is my dongle? That's a question that I ask all the time. It's crazy when it answers. All right. Let's just plug this thing straight in. Y'all can't see it, unfortunately. The cable's too short. Yeah, okay. So if you haven't opened this up before, generally speaking, you want to unplug the battery. There is a handshake that happens with the LCD where if you don't take out the battery and do some stuff and then plug the cable, the power cable back in, I can't remember the specifics of it, but it just won't boot at first, and I thought I had bricked it. Weirdly enough, it was... I didn't lose my shit or anything. I knew it was going to be fine. But I definitely was a little concerned at one point. I don't know if I care to crack the battery open or not. I have got kind of big hands. Here's a stubby for scale. Pulling that little thing out is a little obnoxious. Is this... Okay. I need to get into this, guys. This isn't fine enough. Okay, we're going to bring out one of my other kits. I'm going to whip out the Quinn kit. I didn't strip it, but this is going to be the last time I open this thing, so the Honeywell better be everything is cracked up to be. There it is. We got some bite. All right, and then we have this one up here. There are little arrows in here, by the way, for anyone who might not know. Whoop. And then the final screw is under this thing. Peel that fucker back just a little bit. So this screw is slightly different than the others. Okay, you know what? I might even just do a what not to do kind of a stream. Let's not unplug the battery. I'm not changing any components out. We'll be fine. All right, so once you get those 3 screws out, this little plate will come loose. Ta-da! Thermal interface material. And then we have a couple more screws to pull out before we get into the CPU. Well, I guess it's the APU. This is where we take our LPT water bottle and just... I would never. Can you imagine? Fucking hell. If I seem excessively calm while doing this, I don't know what to say about that. Oh yeah, no, I believe it. One of these screws is almost stripped. I'm not gonna lie. I forgot that it was. I'm gonna probably actually ask Steam for a couple of spares. And just put... I guess I have to put them all back in, don't I? We're not actually unplugging anything. It's still pretty toasty. All right. So if I remember correctly, this fan is not actually mounted to the system. Is it? I just need to get this up. Come on. I don't want to remove the sticker. It's been a while since I've done this. I don't remember the entire teardown. I didn't look up anything for this either. I just was like, I've done it before. I'll figure it out. I think the fans might actually be pinned down. I'm going to try to see if these screws are supposed to be removed. I just... I don't remember removing these, and there's no sign of use. Huh, I don't remember. Does anyone happen to know, off the top of their head, if these 2 screws come out on the fan? I don't remember. It's been a while. I don't want to disassemble the fan assembly on accident. It's funny, when I was doing this mod here, for the N64 controller, and I was doing all of the swaps in there, there's a screw in the Hall Effect thumbstick assembly that when you're putting them together, you probably can't see them through here, but you can. So do you see those two shiny bits right there? The bottom one is the one you're supposed to screw in and unscrew and such. The top one will make the spring fly loose and make the thumbstick explode. And I got lucky. By the way, this was a cool mod. I really enjoy this thing. I have not had a chance to really mess with it much outside of the video testing. I have really had no time at all. Yeah, but I don't want the fan to get all borky. Oh hey, in the meantime, I wonder if it... No, I still have to keep it connected. Okay. Yeah, does anybody happen to know? I don't remember. I will check in just a minute. I am currently also signing into Steam on the other deck. I don't think I've fixed the issue. I really don't want to do a reimaging. We'll see what happens. It's just the sticker though, yeah? Also, hello. Thanks for stopping in. I don't want to remove the sticker. That's still warm. Okay. Hey, look at that. Okay, that made me a little bit less than happy. So, I could probably give this a wipe down. That could use some extra stuff. Thank you for the input. Tan, thank you. I never actually said your name, but I do recognize your name. I don't want to take the sticker apart, so we're just gonna leave that there for now. This is the frost sheet. I realize I have nowhere to put it. Still signing me in, huh? Okay. Let me go get the Honeywell. I'll be right back. And, yeah, I'll be right back with the Honeywell, and I'll find a place to put this thing. It's so small, I don't remember where I put the rest of it. ADHD things. I'll figure it out. Be right back. Right. We'll figure it out. Where did I put the rest of that Honeywell stuff? So I actually did reach out to Cryobyte's Discord asking about what these little stickers were that came with this stuff. This is what we're putting in instead. Let's see if anybody got back to me. I don't think... Not expecting a response. Let's see. Yeah, nobody said anything. Alright, maybe you guys might know. I'll ask real quick. If not, we'll just wing it. I did translate from Chinese for this to read the instructions. I don't know what those little stickers are for. Yeah, but they're just in there. That's where I'm going to put the frost sheet for now, because it is so incredibly fine. Where are my tweezies? I've never once called them that before, by the way. That's a first. All right, we got some options. We're doing some surgery here. I'm gonna go with the ceramic tip ones. Looked on, they're good. Hey, look at that. Ha, check that out. It's imprinted the Valve logo and printing on there. That's fun. Cool. In case I need that for later, it's safe. All right, and now, because we're going to be extra smart about this, where did I put, there they are. I have little scissors in here, but I don't know if they have any oil on them or not. So I'm going to clean them off with some alcohol and let them dry first. And I've actually got gloves in my pocket, just because I know that this Honeywell PTM stuff is supposed to be like kind of volatile. Hello, hello. Just ran my fingers along a blade. Got calluses though. All right, so we're going to let those dry out for just a moment while I throw some gloves on. My hands are washed, but we're gonna be safe just in case. I'm really not all that worried about it, to be honest. It's thermal interface, you know. But I have gloves in my pocket because I was working outside and doing nasty shit today, so they're already in my pocket. I'm not gonna not use them. All right, scalpel. That looked pretty clean. All right, so we are going to guess and check. I only really have one shot on this. I'd rather go a little bit over than under. This stuff is really thin. Holy crap. Come on. There it is. All right. Here is the Honeywell pad. Oh, wow, it is really thin. Okay, we're going to eyeball this. Slightly over. Looks pretty good. Take another snip right here. I can always get more. But I actually plan to use this on multiple decks. So which side is this plastic on? Holy crap, this really is like really tiny. Okay, so let's get some tweezers in here. You know what? Actually, before I do that, I don't really have time to wait, do I? There they are. I'm gonna let this chill just for a second. I'm gonna clean up this real quick, just a little bit better. Okay, let that dry. Also going to clean up the other side too. Just make sure all of the old thermal compound is off. Give me my best shot. I saw that there was some left over from before. We're just gonna go for it. Okay, that will be dry by the time that I get to it. Cool. All right. Stuff's hard to pick up. Come on. Of course I laid it down like a dummy. There we go. It's super, super thin. So I don't think that there's a right way or a wrong way to put this on. It didn't specify in the instructions. Also, the instructions were fully in Chinese, and I do not speak Chinese. Nor do I read it. There it is. Well, I lost it again. I'm not shaking, you're shaking. Okay, there we go. Yeah, whatever. I'll deal with that in a second. Perfect. Fucking hell. Yeah, I'm not worried about this too much. I'm really not. It's non-conductive as far as I understand. That looks pretty good. Covering the whole thing. I'm cool with that. You guys cool with that? Give me a thumbs up if you're cool with that. All right. Oh, come on. Other layer of plastic. Man, this is tough to get under. Yeah, right? I really should have gotten a headlamp or something. Yeah, I can't get the top layer of plastic off. I think I waited too long. I see it though, I see it. I've just ripped some of the corner off. It's so fine. Okay. Come on. Oh, I had it. I had it. There it is. Cool. Okay, I see why they say to freeze it. I froze it for a while, and it still, like, is a pain in the ass. Okay. That being said, holy crap, I just left all of this stuff right here. Let's put that back in the container here. Okay, I think I way over-babied this thing. Okay, so, it's on. It looks pretty damn flat to me. It's covering the whole surface of the chip, and a little bit overhanging, which is fine. It's not a problem. We're going to reassemble. And I know Cryo did some pretty gnarly burn-in testing for it. I'm not going to go so crazy for it. I'm going to go for it, but just as a disclaimer, the results are not going to be like super great right off the bat necessarily. Yeah, no, that wasn't like stressful. It was just not moving. Hey, look, I found a friend. Okay, there we go. Cool. Now we put the shield back on. We did the thing, guys. We did the thing. This is really hard to do with gloves on. Fuck these things, man. All right, they're going back in my pocket. I'm going to reuse those at work tomorrow. Work. Right. I'm going to put on the big screw. So yeah, to anyone who's been afraid to do this swap, it's really not hard. If a dumbass like me can do it, you can do it. No pressure. All right. Did it never fully sign in? The old deck didn't ever really fully sign in, unfortunately. All right, I'm gonna put the strippy one right here. That's as tight as it's going. Let's re-up on my sign-in info on the OLED here. Give me just a second. I still think it's funny that Steam was like, oh, hey, by the way, you know, the OLEDs are available. I was like literally one of the first people, like literally Valley Girling a little bit, one of the first people to get one. You think they would know that? They sent it to me. just got lucky with that, but like, man. Alright, you don't need to go super tight on any of these. You should be tight, but not super, super tight. Alright, we're good. We're going to start putting things back together. Yes, welcome to Steam Deck, blah, blah, blah. Now that you're fully connected, let's unplug you. Do we have the internets? Trying again in 9-10 seconds. Okay, we'll mess with that again in a bit. Okay, so while that's doing its thing, the music is Stream Beats by Harris Heller. The song specifically is called Wolfsbane. It's free to stream, free to play. It's all that stuff. I'm not affiliated with him at all. He's just one of the YouTubers that I watch for tips and tricks for this kind of stuff. Well, not this kind of stuff, but for streaming stuff. There's way more songs, but I keep forgetting to go and get more of them. Yeah, there should be a link to his channel in the description, actually. Or not a link, but a tag for him. All right. I'm really confident with this because I'm putting these screws in already. Just saying, hey, it's gonna be good. We're not gonna need to take these out again. That's the confidence that I have here. I know there's some delay though. That's because of my Beacon Mix Create. The thing, it does some things really, really right, and it does some things really, really wrong. Okay, I'm gonna try signing into the OLED again. It sees my networks at least. Lovely. When I reinstalled SteamOS, it lost all my passwords and shit. Oh, crap. I was sharing an account with a friend on this. I'm not going to have access to Cyberpunk, I don't think, because it was on the ID of the old deck, and now this might not show up as the same ID. We'll find out. I'll let you know. Okay. I forgot how weird it feels to have haptics on the old one again. It's been such a long time. Alright, let's see. Am I going to get lucky with this one? Did this just fix my problem? Hey, we're connected. That's a start. Fuck yeah. You saw nothing. Well, that's cool. And then I will tell you in just a moment if I can still play Cyberpunk on here. Oh, did I? I did download it. Is it on the micro SD card that I forgot to put back in? No. This is the other system. Wait, no, that doesn't have it on that. Sorry, there's so many things, so many moving parts here. I don't see Cyberpunk anymore, so I think the sharing broke. Yeah, I don't have 420 games anymore, so I think the sharing broke. So I have to talk to my buddy about that later. So Cyberpunk is off the table for the moment on the OLED, unfortunately. It sucks to not have enough money to even just buy a game. America, am I right? What did I mod? I just swapped out the thermal paste, and I changed out the back plate a couple days ago. I had the old back plate on, and the new one is just a little bit better. This thermal pad, that screw is not in straight. How did I manage that? This thermal pad is supposed to be a little bit better than the frost sheet, and I will tell you in a moment. I was waiting for somebody to make a video on whether the Honeywell or the frost sheet was better, and I didn't see one, so I decided to just fucking make one. I decided to just drop the 25 bucks and just figure it out for myself. Cool. What's that saying? If you can't beat 'em, eat 'em. I still don't know what these stickers are for. But there's the old frost sheet. Really hoping for a good result. It hasn't just immediately burned up and right off the bat, so that's a good sign. Boop, boom, boom. All right, I'm gonna get this case out of here because I don't think I need it here anymore. I am gonna eventually do, if this is a big difference, I'm gonna do the Honeywell on the OLED as well. I know Cryo was saying he was gonna do it as well. I wonder if he did already or not. I have not been present to check. Oh, right, I need to... Well, I don't need to sign in. We're fine. I only signed out and did the whole weird shit on the other one. 44C? What? It must really not have gotten hot yet. Watch them boot me right now. Easy anti-cheats just like, ha ha, you've stopped the game too many times. What you doing there, bud? Yeah, the OLED really does look good. I don't think this was because of the mod. I think this is just me doing something funky. If there was something wrong with the mod, it wouldn't have booted at all. So, let me do a hard reset real quick, and I'll be right back. Well, I'm not going anywhere, but... Maybe it's just trying to... I'm gonna hot swap this like while it's booting. See if that causes any problems. Just kind of trying to show some people, by the way, how you don't have to be fragile with these things at all for the most part. They're pretty durable. I spent like 6 hours tweaking the camera to try to make it look as good as it does in person. I wish that was a lie. It looks pretty close. I'm pretty happy with what I was able to do with a webcam, not gonna lie. Might as well get Elden Ring running again over here. You gonna play nice this time? Frame count 1,100. Okay. You can play this game remotely without installing. I know that. It should be installed. Was it installed on... Oh, probably on the micro SD card. What am I doing? I'm an idiot. Right, it has the old booty boot. Let's plug this thing back in. See, was it installed here? Might have been on my external drive. Sorry, I've got a lot of moving parts going on here for the time being. My micro SD card shows up tomorrow, though, so I'm excited about that. Yes, yes, yes. Continue. So again, I will say... Oh, it's right here. I'm an idiot. I will say that the temperature decrease initially is kind of surprising. I wasn't expecting that much of a difference initially. And it's so much quieter. Holy shit. It hasn't heat soaked yet. But initial impressions are looking good. Come here. There it is. Initial impressions are real good. Yeah. But this is the LCD over here, by the way, just stating. It also looks really good on camera. It looks really good in person, too. They both look great. The OLED just looks better. Alright, let's try... Let's go back into Elden Ring. Where are you at, Elden Ring? Where are you at? So I know it's on here. I was just on here. Did it do a full system image? No way. Oh, it must have actually, like, fully dumped my games, too. That's unfortunate. Oh, well. That's fine. Well, we're installing it here. We're going to install Elden Ring on the internal drive. Yeah, those temps are looking good. This is no undervolt. This is just swapping out the thermal compound. I wasn't hitting 50 at all before. I just hit 50 for a second. There's part of me while I cram some nuts. Oh, we're transferring? Why are we transferring? The Wi-Fi is better. Transfers are going to make it take 25 minutes. No, stop transferring. Just download from the servers. Here, watch this. That speed right there was from my local server. And I just turned the server off. Watch the speed rise with the Wi-Fi 6E. Just look at it go. I'll move it out from behind the chat. Still going. 60 is no joke. When I was watching Cryo stream the other day, I was getting like 600 on peak. I got 611 peak. And I was averaging like 5 something. I normally average like around 450. But it is 8 o'clock here right now, so people are on the internet. Once I get fiber, though, in a couple of months, I've already paid for it, so it is happening. It's going to be just speed all the time. Look at that. It cut 10 minutes off of my transfer time. Whoop. Sorry for the shaky. All right. We are getting pretty good temps. It's roughly 2 degrees cooler on the GPU already. I think it's like 4 cooler on the CPU. I can check. Let's find out. Let me organize my photos again before I lose what I've done. So we had pre-Honeywell. Let me change this up real quick. Let's edit the name. No. Change the name here. Oh, it's done here. I always forget. Android's so weird. Rename. It's so specific and fun most of the time, until it isn't. We're still averaging 358. I'll take it. Okay, no undervolt. And then with case. Really? I'm just going to put case down because I just hit the max for the folder size. Rename. Okay. So now I'm going to organize the photos from the other testing. So we had, before, without the case, we were getting 74C on the CPU with 81 on the GPU. 74, 80. So no, the CPU went up a little bit, but I think it's spreading the load a little bit better. At least from the couple of shots that I took, we were getting 74 on the CPU almost consistently. Okay, so let's move this into their own folder. Create. This was... What was it? I can't remember what we were testing. I remember. Thank you guys for being patient with me. Yeah, the CPU is a little bit hotter, but the GPU is down a lot. Again, it's still cooking. It's still burning in. So this is LCD. Add pre-undervolt and no case. All right. This new one will be pad and no undervolt, no case. I'm curious to see what happens once it fully heat soaks. I think the temps will drop after a point once it fully settles. It's still overall lower than it was with the frost sheet. So far, Honeywell for the win. For the fact that the frost sheet was about the same price, I would say go with the Honeywell. The frost sheet could crumple. This stuff would mush. It's different. It's a different interface. They're different. They're different. We're still doing good on downloads. Haven't passed 400 right now, though. Still doing good. I have a feeling that, I feel like I stumbled through the Honeywell installation just a bit. I did freeze it for a good 30 minutes ahead of time. And then I refrigerated it for a bit when I realized I wasn't ready yet. And then I had to go freeze it again. But that was the hardest part. Just throwing in the freezer and remembering where exactly in the freezer it was. No, the hardest part was waiting. Because I ordered the Honeywell pad before I ordered the deck. And it just showed up today. It's shipped from China, and it's a little bit of a distance. Am I planning on changing anything on the OLED? Yes. Depending on... Hello! Yeah, depending on how well the Honeywell performs, I'm going to end up doing the Honeywell on the OLED as well, because of the fact that I want to get the best performance possible out of it. But, yeah. Yeah, hello UAP Society. Got a new face in here. But yeah, so far it's testing really well. The CPU is a little bit hotter still over the how much battery do we have? Come on. Wow, I went the opposite direction. 58%? Not there yet. Oh, I'm also running it at 70 frames a second, which might be messing with the results on this right now. Let's drop it down from 70 to 60. No way, hold on, I just had an idea. Oh, what's up, George? Is that your, are you UAP, is that same person? But yes, dropped it back down to 60 instead of 70 on the LCD. I wonder. Okay, so well, thank you. Is that saying that you Ooh, sounds like fun. What is that thing? Aliens. No, I'm actually, like, that's a whole conversation we're not going to get into right now, but it's fascinating stuff. It really is. Okay, so for tangible results for Frostsheet versus Honeywell, it's looking like, initially, I know that that Cryo said to burn it in for a decent chunk of time. The temps are better. Sort of. So far. The CPU was really good with the Frostsheet, but the GPU was struggling. Let me go back and look at my results again. Okay, so we have pre-pad, pre-undervolt. The GPU pre-Honeywell with the Frostsheet, which was still an improvement over stock, never dropped below 80 on the GPU. So currently the temps are actually a little bit worse, but they started off a lot better. The ambient temperature of the room is, it tries to be roughly, oh god, it tries to be roughly like 75-ish Fahrenheit. It does heat up in here though. I'm going to do a retest of this tomorrow, I think, just for the sake of, you know, once it cools off in here. Or I can turn the air conditioning on. I can ask my fiance to do that. Yeah, no, I prefer it to be 70. It gets toasty in here with all these freaking lights. I don't have a very big studio. It might look like a vast infinite space behind me because of, you know, technology, but yeah. Yeah, Frostsheet and a dab of thermal paste. I was debating. Yeah, I mean, I still have my Frostsheet right here. I didn't just toss it. That was like... paid way too much for that. But yeah, I got the Honeywell in there currently. I do think that overall it's going to be a better performer. Because the FPS is still higher. That's the thing, is we want the tangible results, right? It's not just about the temperatures, it's about the overall performance, right? That's why we care about the temperatures and the fan noise. And if I remember correctly, Yeah, the frost sheet was weird. It caused some weird issues I've never seen with that kind of like a pad before. The reason why I want the pad specifically is so that I don't have to change out the paste later on. I know it's not hard to do, but I don't want to wear out the screws going in and out of the system all the time. I want something that's going to be stable for longer. That's why I went with frost sheet in the first place. I didn't know about Honeywell before. Frost sheet still I might go back to, but I got to get extra screws first before I do that. I did have one that was kind of stripping. But I didn't want to have to go in and change the paste over and over again, 15 years, a couple times every 15 years or whatever, every 5 years, 10 years, whatever. I'm the kind of person who would do that. I just didn't want to have to. I didn't want to have to worry about degradation over time. I wanted to have a one and done, throw it in there, not have to think about it. If the performance was comparable, cool. If the performance was better, awesome. Performance is, yeah, I mean, it's a trade-off. It's a trade-off. Performance is comparable. I'm not losing anything. It keeps getting hotter and hotter. That frost sheet might have actually been doing better than the Honeywell. But again, the performance, I don't know why. It's looking good. So let's see. Yeah, we're on par for performance as we were before. And just because the temps are higher doesn't necessarily mean... I did think about the JSOX fan. I really did enjoy Cryo's video on that whole thing. I did think about it. It's just one more thing to carry around with me, and it's already a cumbersome device. I didn't want to add one more thing, especially since the bag that I have is a little bit small. Interesting. So very interesting. So we're still not hitting 86, though, which is what we were hitting with the case on. I'm wondering if choking it off now might help heat that pad up and cook it in or burn it in quicker. So I'm going to put that case back on, and just out of curiosity, just to see what happens. We're not going to take the actual test results for another couple of minutes, just for the sake of being thorough, and Elden Ring is still not fully downloaded on the other system. So, we'll see what happens. Jeez, how do I always manage to stream for so freaking long? So let's see what happens when we choke off that fan. Well, the FPS went up. The actual fuck. I was hitting 50 now. That doesn't make any sense. How does choking off that fan result in better performance? 51. Oh, I changed. I moved. Let's go back to where I was. Okay, that answers some of that. Okay, so let's compare. I'm still getting into the 80s, though. I'll let you know when Elden Ring is installed over there. We're still not hitting those peaks, though, of the 86 yet. I didn't actually get any pictures of it going to 86, but I definitely saw it go to 86. We're getting close, though. But that performance is still better. Why? Anyone have any theories? Why is the performance better when the temps are higher? I was not getting 50 or 49 with the case on before. I was getting 47s and 46s. And a 48 or 2. Why is it performing better? Now that I've choked off the fan. I don't understand. That makes no sense. This is live. I can't have fucked with this. I'm in the same spot. I'm going to re-reference my pictures here. Just to see. Let's see. Just making absolute sure. Yeah, we're still getting a higher FPS. Why? Like, maybe it's hitting a higher temperature? I have the one with the extra fan, but I have it closed off right now with the JSOX case. I'm literally intentionally choking it off out of curiosity. Oop, well, I put it to sleep. Push the button on accident. I really don't like this new design of case. I keep accidentally putting it to sleep. I can't say that it is. It shouldn't be. But, like, that's weird that it's matching it as well as it is. Huh. Definitely saw more of that big boy there, so I'm gonna... All I can tell you for sure is that switching it out, performance-wise, so far, Frost Sheet, Honeywell, pick one. The margin of error. Honeywell does seem to be getting slightly higher FPS, though, which doesn't make sense because the temps are higher. I have a theory. Okay, so my fan curve might have some... Oh, it's not even active. This is the standard fan curve. I thought my fan curve was just ramping up. Yeah, they should be. I didn't change anything. It's consistent. The GPU is not peaking as high, but the CPU is now higher. Like, noticeably higher. Then again, it hasn't fully cooked in just yet. I'm sure it hasn't. But it's power throttling, it says. That's so strange. I'm gonna move this sucker out of the way. I think I'm going to unchoke it off again soon. Anybody taking notes at home? Sorry if you guys heard that thumping. Y'all don't need to see my pants. Yeah, so we're getting about the same FPS despite the temps being higher. I'm excited to see what happens with this undervolt. My goal tonight is to try to do whatever I can to the LCD to try to make it compare to the stock OLED. Play anyway. I'm not going to take the thermal paste off, or the thermal pad off, and swap it for the frost sheet today, necessarily. We still haven't hit that 86 yet, as far as I can tell. Even with the fans choked off. It does seem to be louder, though, than usual. Just a little. Yeah. Weird. How very strange. It's so close margin of error that I wouldn't expect it to be any different. Let's look at what the clock speeds are. They're all over the place. Yeah, no, they're all over the place and they're all dancing around the same zone. The frost sheet did seem to be cooler. Huh. Alright, I'm gonna unchoke off this thing again. They're about the same price. They're roughly like 25 bucks will get you enough to do a couple. In fact, actually, I think the Honeywell... No. I think the frost sheet had cheaper shipping, and I think it shipped US. The Honeywell was from China, and I think it had like an extra couple bucks for shipping. But they were both around the same price, like between 25 and 30 bucks for me. And with the Honeywell, I got enough to be able to do 4 decks. The frost sheet, I could maybe have done 2 if I cut it up like right, but I could have also ordered a little bit more. I don't remember what the prices were necessarily for that. All right, it's unchoked off. Elder Ring does not want to boot right now. Let's play. Ask me each time. So taking the case off makes a big difference. But still, we're not seeing it really represented in the frames. Yeah, they're both around the same price. Which one's easier to work with? The frost sheet, though. Just because you don't have to chill it or anything like that. You just get the thing out of the little box that they have, which I have somewhere. And then you chop it up. You guys probably can't see it, but I think it is funny that it pulled the Steam chip information off with it. And they both took about the same amount of time to get here, too. It was roughly like 2 weeks. Okay, so now I'm going to look at the results from 4 again. I'm sure it's freaking... What's the word? I'm sure it has been set. I'm sure these are the temps we're going to have. Okay, so let's do some quick comparisons here. With case off and the frost sheet, we were getting roughly 80-81C on the GPU, but the CPU was at a locked like 74C. On this, the GPU is ever so slightly cooler, with the back case off. It's 2 degrees. So the CPU is warmer, the GPU is cooler. And the result is slightly higher FPS with the Honeywell, because we were getting... Before, we were getting 47, 48. In this same exact setup. Yeah, I think that little bit of extra headroom for the GPU is giving us the extra frames. But it's taking it from the CPU, so I wonder, it might... Games like Red Dead that are more CPU intensive might struggle a little bit more, and I don't have Red Dead, unfortunately. Frickin'... Come on, Elden Ring, why aren't you doing the thing? Is this one connected to the internet? It shouldn't be. No, it's not. So, let me, RPMs. RPMs are the same, it seems to be. So you're talking about like in the fan speed stuff? It just says current fan speed negative leet, and it's been negative leet like this whole time. I don't even have a custom curve going on. Yeah, it's interesting. It's... So, okay, I think I know what's happening here. With the frost sheet, it was transferring heat directly through to the cooler quicker, and it wasn't staying in the thermal material. I think what's happening with the Honeywell pad is more of the heat is saturating in the pad itself, which is why the heat is balancing out and evening out between the CPU and the GPU more. Having the GPU not get so high, I think that the frost sheet was a better conductor, but I don't think that necessarily a better conductor is what we need for this. Because of the fact that this allows them to hit a balance more. That's my only thought, my only theory, is that because of the fact that maybe the Honeywell is a slightly worse conductor, it's allowing something. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know why it would be like that. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. I got nothing. But we're getting better frames. We're getting 2 extra frames a second, and that's before even undervolting. So yeah, I'm going to take some pictures of this. Also, I'm going to try to launch Elden Ring again for the 3rd time on the other device. All right, so let's see. Let's take some test results. That's so strange. We're dropping down a bit on the CPU too, though. And the GPU is consistently lower. Trying to get a shot of it at the 78 just so I have the result. There it is. I'm having deja vu right now. Frames versus temp. Yeah, I mean, like, I'd rather have the frames, honestly. Especially when we're going to be doing the undervolting. Oh, sorry, I got something in my eye. Let's add these to a new folder before I move on to the next thing. Oop, that's the wrong folder. Here we go. Okay, so let's just add this to create. We want LCD, Honeywell, pre-undervolt, no case. Great. I'm gonna put the case back on and take a couple more. I'm trying my best to keep that flame like centered right about where the charge is, and then the grace right next to me. So I am trying to get the exact same shot as best as I can. I asked her, she doesn't want one. I gave her a Switch OLED though. Yeah, she plays her PC, which she loves. She's rocking my old 1080 Ti, and it's going strong for her. On 3440 by 1440p, it's solid. Still. I've got a 2070 in the server, and I've got a 3080 in my main system. But yeah, no, she's happy with the Switch and the PC. All right, we're gonna do our best to choke off this fan effectively here. Yeah, I did offer her this, and then I, realized I kind of need it for some, more testing stuff at the very least for a bit. Probably gonna make an arcade cabinet type thing. I have not undervolted yet. Glad you came back when you did. We're finding some weird results with the Honeywell versus the frost sheet, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on with it. Okay, let's try to get back in that same exact spot again. Yeah, I don't know why Elden Ring won't boot on the other system over here either. I'm going to do a restart. Yes, I'm sure. So let's choke that fan off again. It's still not peaking as high, though. Yeah, there's the 86. It hit the 86. No, I haven't seen any temperature experiments outside of what I've done. I've also never undervolted anything before. I've overclocked some RAM once, and I've overclocked some CPUs, but like I keep touching the touchpad. I'm gonna get that centered again. Yeah, it does not like the case being on. Let's try Elden Ring again. It did connect to the internet immediately, though. Maybe the redoing the thing with a, what's it called, system image did something. Wow, I can talk. Try that again. Yeah, so I don't know. I might go back to the frost sheet at some point once I get new screws. God, I don't want to choke this thing off. I'm gonna move this deck over here just for a moment. I really should have done some noise testing stuff too. Oh well. We're still getting better frames. I don't understand, but whatever. Did I see 87? No. I can't have. There's no way. No, I saw the wattage went. Okay. Okay, so we're going to do this with the case on. I'm going to look at the frame time a little bit closer too between these results here. Okay. Making, move to album, create. We've got LCD, Honeywell, Undervolt, case. So I'm going to go back to the ones with the case on before. This folder. Here we go. The frame times were better, but the FPS was lower. Oops, sorry. Which makes sense. Yeah. The frame times here are not that stable. So I think Frostsheet might be the winner here. Overall, actually. Still gonna undervolt it and figure it out later. No, so better frame rates on the LCD versus itself. I keep trying to launch Elden Ring on the OLED, and for some reason it's not playing nice. Oh, I know why. Well, maybe I know why. I think it might have to do with the account handshake. Because of the fact that the game is currently running, and Steam likes to do a handshake when you first run something, and it hasn't done that yet because it just reinstalled Steam on the OLED. That's why that might not be doing the thing. Yeah, I don't know. Objective data says that they're, like, within a hair of each other. Yeah, it's hitting 86 with his case on. Alright, we're going to try some undervolting soon. What are you doing over here? Come on, OLED, stop giving me technical difficulties. Just turn back on now. Hey, look, it listened. Alright. We're going to power this thing down and mess with some undervolting now that we have some baselines. So I'm actually going to shut it down properly this time. Ooh. Well, it's the Wi-Fi is disabled on this one currently. That's why I was kind of surprised. I'll show you in just a second. Yeah, see? Wi-Fi is disabled. So let's try now. See if it decides to play nice. And in the meantime, I will power this one down. Shut down. Yes. It's made it this far so far every time. I wonder if it says it's reporting or now it's loading. Okay, so there was something up with the fact that it was low. I think it was because it was running on this one. Even though the Wi-Fi was off, it was still ticked as on when this was, what's the word, booted. That must have been it because I did it 3 times. All right, we're gonna mess with undervolting. I am going to, as a nub, I am going to just... Where's the grace? I'm way farther up here than I was before. This is already so much quieter. Where's my performance? There it is. This is what we are trying to beat here. Can you guys see that all right? We're going to try a very basic undervolt to start. So if I'm not mistaken, it's volume up and yep, cool. We're going to go conservative and we're going to do 30 on all and see what we get. Kind of hit that sweet spot right in the middle. See what we get. I won't know what is and isn't until we tweak with it a little bit. As a amateur overclocker. All right, let's see if it even accepts the undervolt. I don't know how this works. I've never done this before. I understand the theory, I understand the concept. Just haven't done it. Gonna move these over just a tad. Sorry. Trying not to cook one with the other. Let's move the camera just a little bit further away again. I think it's going to make a difference just doing a basic 30. Oh, it moved. No, I didn't. I'm just remembering what I was seeing here exactly. I'm so glad I have 4 songs now. I need to get more songs in this. Okay, so we want to be right up on that. Looking up. Slightly away. I don't see the other fire there. There's the other fire. Hey, you know what? That undervolt be doing things. 49 and mostly stable. You're able to get 50, 40, 50, huh? I'm impressed by this. That's how easy it is to undervolt here. Like I'm impressed by just a 30 30 30. Yeah, I saw somebody else doing a 50 40 50. And I was curious to mess with that too, but I didn't want to jump in too far in. What kind of issues would you have? Is it just stability issues? As far as a one-size-fits-all, I figured going kind of moderate would be a good place to start for most people, especially because of the fact that I don't know what I'm doing. But I gotta say, I'm impressed initially. The temps are way better over there, but the numbers are better over here. Oh, you didn't win the silicone laddery? Yeah. I saw some were doing pretty good. Interesting, interesting. That's intense. 51, huh? I don't know if I won either, but I mean, the goal was to try to see if we could outperform the OLED with the LCD by doing some tweaks, and I think we have. And this is with the case on. Holy crap. I might try 40 across the board, but I don't know if it would be worth it or not. What a trip. I wasn't expecting such a difference right off the bat. Yeah. Good to know. When you go 50 all across the board, the graphics start to glitch and you get random reboots. I would rather have it be a little bit conservative and be a little bit more stable and not be pushing it so much, because I don't really care about like half a frame, you know what I mean? But I did want to mess with this, and I'm really kind of surprised by this. Now putting the Honeywell on this and doing that undervolt, I'm a little bit more intrigued. Okay, well, I'm going to take some pictures with this case on, and then I'm going to take some results with the case off. Then we're going to tweak it just one more time, I think. I'm going to go all 40s and see where we're at. That's a trip. There's a couple of skips just happening randomly there, though. For the most part, that looks pretty stable. Ain't that a trip? All right, let me grab those photos and organize them real quick. Okay. Create. This is LCD, Honeywell, -30, and case. Cool. And now let's take the case off and see what we get. Because that's being choked off and it's still doing pretty good. Okay. I have high hopes. Come on. Oh, this case is such a pain to get off. This newer JSOX case. I like the old one way better. My backup of the old one will be here tomorrow. I got another one just because I know I'm going to be cutting into... Well, I did it again. I know I'm going to be cutting into this one for an experiment. And I wanted one that didn't suck. Okay, so let's line this up again. Looks pretty good. Close as I'm going to get it right now without the case. See if it gets any more stable. Temps have dropped. It still has random spikes every now and then. I think this is going to stabilize pretty quickly, so I'm not going to wait too long on this one before I jump into the next test. Timestamping, this is going to be a pain. Get this out of the way here. All right, so we're getting still at 46, 47 over here on the OLED. And I think we're looking roughly about the same spot. We're slightly different, but very, very similar. See if I can fix it. I overfixed it. I overdid it a bit. It's hard to pick a same spot in a 3D space. Come on, let's see, where are we at? Well... Okay, let's line this up with the pillar there. Line up with the pillar. It's not my most scientific work here. I mean, it's more scientific, but it's not my quickest work, I'll tell you that much. Still outperforming the OLED. Did you send a link? Because I didn't see a link. I doubt I'm going to brick it by going to a 40 across the board. But clearing the CMOS, isn't it just hold volume down, 3-button power, do a full reset, firmware reset, like that? Yeah, I don't think chat likes links. We had, I can't remember the name, unfortunately. My brain is really bad at remembering things. Brendan had sent a link earlier, and I didn't know what it was. It didn't show up, I mean to say. Sorry, I'm trying to do talking and thinking at the same time, and my brain is not happy with that. Alright, so let's see. This is LCD, Honeywell. This does have a case on it, by the way, so, I mean, that there is something here. Well, let's take the case off. Let's see if it makes a difference. I don't think it's gonna. But we'll take the case off just to see if it changes the results at all. So much easier to take off. Still ended up throwing a swing. Let's center that bad boy. I don't anticipate this making much of a difference. That's close enough. Okay. LCD, Honeywell, -30. No case. Great. Yeah, because of the fact that the other one doesn't have a fan choking it off, I don't expect it to be noticeably different. So that being said, I mean, that's impressive. It still gets those big spikes though, but for the most part it's really stable. Huh. Okay, one more jump down, or up, maybe, we'll see. Right, close the game down for real. Gotta do it right. There is a big difference, though, in the feel on the hand with this new backplate on here versus the other one. Oh yeah, it really did. I wasn't expecting it to. Not this much. Again, it's 3 frames on average. And it does have some spikes, but it's still better, and I think that it could improve even slightly further. So let's find out. That's a trip. I'm going to change the title of this stream. I'm actually going to do it right now. Whoop. Well, I changed it whether I wanted to or not. I just dropped my keyboard. You want to see me do 50s and just get lucky? Yeah, we'll see. Fine. We'll just jump straight to 50 then. We'll be that guy. Video's gone on pretty long anyway. I might as well, because I'm gonna, once this is done, I'm gonna call it for the day. Alright, so we're gonna go from 30. Oh, my UMA frame buffer size was only 1G. Why did it drop back down? That could have been a factor. Going back to 4. I didn't realize it was at 1 before. Okay, let's do the thing. Let's do the thing. See what we get. Yes. We're doing it. It sounds angry. Oh, but we're booting. Oh. You might not have heard that, but my throat just burped. I didn't, like, it wasn't like a normal, yeah, it was grody. Gnar. Oh, I didn't get my custom boot animation. Yeah, no, I mean, this is... I might have gotten lucky. I might need to check cryo utilities, because that is a factor in this, in the results here. I didn't realize it dropped down to the 4, or to the 1 from the 4. So that's a factor in this. I don't know when that would have happened. Had some hitches there at the beginning, but hey, you know, looking good so far. Did you change out your thermal thermal pad? Before you did your undervolting? I'm glad that you're so excited about this. I'm happy for you. I'm more excited about how excited you are than I am about my own situation here. Oop, yeah. I keep forgetting that the screen also acts as a mouse. Hey. Hey, you know, I'll still take it. I'll take it. The temps are lower. So far. Everything on yours is stock. I think it might have been the Honeywell pad. Or, you know, changing out the pad at all. I'm not exactly in the same position. Yeah, that's really close, though. Gotta say, though, outside of those, like, occasional hiccups, that's pretty good. Yeah. I mean, I also, like I said, I've got the thermal pad on there, too, though, so that does help. But hey. I don't like these hitches. Let's see if I feel them. Let's see if I feel the hitches. You know what? Before I do that, I'm going to take my pictures. But thank you. I'm going to get one of the hitches on camera. Watch it never hitch again. There it is. Okay, let's take a look. Do I feel the hitches? Does it hitch while moving? Hey, it hasn't done it since I've started moving around. Oh, there's one. Okay, admittedly, I don't think I would feel this. The hitches. Huh? You want to see something funny? I've got a weird build. Well, I don't understand why it's hitching like that. Oh, I never fought this guy here. Oh, wait, hold on. We had an issue. It might have been an Elden Ring issue specifically. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I'm not seeing the animation for... Whoop! For my... Oh, he got me. Yeah, no, we have an issue. Yeah, I don't see my animation for that attack. There should be an animation for that. So we do have a slight issue. Just a texture drop. Maybe reloading this will fix it. Let's move this slightly out of the way, and then drop this camera down a bit. What did I even drop? $373,000. Okay, so let's see. Am I? There we go. It's back. That might have just been an Elden Ring thing. Oof! I shouldn't have gotten so close. Okay, that was stupid of me. We have the same sword? Is that what's going on? Ooh, hi! Ooh, I'm way over jumpy. It's been a long time since I've played. Yeah, no, I don't know if that was... Let's see if it happens one more time on another reload. Look at them souls. I don't have anything to spend them on, you know? No, it must have just been a fluke. Ew, you know what? We're gonna go back inside now. Hello, big boy. Oh god, wrong thing. Oh, he got me. I teed up for that one. Yeah, no, so far it seems stable. And my temps are a little bit better, which is nice. Yeah, who knew? Who knew? Alright, I'm gonna try this again. This fight one more time, see if I have any other issues, and then I'm gonna call it for the night. Yeah, this seems pretty stable. I mean, like, the FPS is totally playable, and it looks great. Alright, I'm gonna sneak up on this guy with this one. Did I just miss? Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get him. He got me. It's really hard. I can't play it like this. I need to play it like this and then like up close in front of me. And you guys can't see it if I do that. I can't effectively play this in this position. Which is like... You can't see it because the camera's not playing nice. But it's like this. But like out in front of me further. It's not... I can't play well like this. Ugh. But, I mean, I could if I wasn't trying to show you guys what I'm doing here. If I was, like, running it through a cable. But, yeah. Yeah, I mean, there are some minor hitches, but, like... I think that was happening on it before anyway. It's pretty stable overall. Huh? Yeah. Neat. Well, that was fun. But yeah, I have gone on for way too long. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the support. This has been a blast. If I have any issues, I'll drop down to 40s. I'm not going to push it if I don't have to. But yeah, that's Honeywell swap and undervolting to 50s all the way down. Not bad. I'm probably going to, at some point... Yeah, I would say it was a success indeed. I'm going to probably swap back over to this, the frost sheet, at some point. Yeah, just because I'm kind of confused by these temps. But that'll be later. That'll be later. Another long one. I need to cut these down by like at least an hour in the future. But hey, you know, it takes time to do stuff right. I wanted results, I wanted numbers, I wanted answers. Yeah, thank you so much for joining. I do think that you know, we could do one more thing now, actually, since we have I'm not gonna like spend a lot of time on this. I'm just gonna show you that you can do it. I'm gonna get the noise down just a tad. Actually, no, we're gonna increase the noise. Putting that back. The stock fan curve is better than my fan curve. Anyway, yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and share. This is a long one, but maybe somebody wants to know the whole experience. But yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, of course, of course. Yes, the RG35XX Plus should be here soon. I got a shipping confirmation, was it today? And yeah, I got the tracking number and everything now, so I'm going to keep you guys updated on that as well. I'm really excited about that thing. I really, really am. I saw that Retro Game Core got a video out already, but he got his a little bit early. I'll have some fun with mine. I'll do some stuff you're not supposed to do with it, I'm sure. He tends to be a little bit more like, hey, this is what everyone should do. I'll probably do something you're not supposed to do with it. We'll see. I'll figure something out. But yeah, thanks again.